Pack your things and leave my house. Look at the ugly thing you have given me. I know the one you carry is not different from this.
She believed she had found her soulmate. She believed she had chosen well. She believed love would carry them through everything. But love was not enough to save her from this day. When they got married, 1 month into the marriage, Adaeze got pregnant. Everyone was happy. Chike was overjoyed. In the evenings, he would sit with his friends under the Udala tree, boastful and full of pride. "I can't wait to hold my beautiful child," he would say, tapping his chest proudly. "I know she will look like me." His friends laughed, clapped him on the back, and celebrated with him. The whole village believed Adaeze, the most beautiful maiden in the land, would surely give birth to a child whose beauty would be spoken of for generations. But 3 months into the pregnancy, something strange happened that shocked the entire village. Adaeze, the once radiant beauty, the woman whose presence could silence a gathering, began to change. At first, people said it was normal. "Pregnancy changes the body," they murmured. "It will pass." But it didn't. By the 6th month, Adaeze had become almost unrecognizable. Her cheeks sank as though life was being drained from her. Her collarbones protruded sharply. Her glowing brown eyes turned pale, shadowed with exhaustion and sadness. Her waist, once admired by every maiden and man, looked fragile. Her skin lost its warm richness. The once beautiful Adaeze became something no one could understand. Even the oldest women in the village whispered, "This is not ordinary." Her husband, Chike, was supportive at first. He held her hands during the long nights when she cried. He rubbed her back whenever she struggled to breathe. He whispered gently, "Don't worry, my love. I still love you. When you give birth, your body will take shape again." Adaeze clung to those words. They were the only thread holding her heart together. Months passed. The day she went into labor, the entire village gathered outside the hut. People prayed. Some feared what would come out of her. And when the baby arrived, gasps filled the room. The baby, tiny, fragile, sunken-faced, looked exactly like Adaeze. The same pale eyes, the same shrunken cheeks, the same tiredness written across her small features. At that moment, Chike's face changed. Something dark crossed his eyes. He forced a smile for the villagers watching, but inside him something broke. From that day, he unraveled. He stayed out drinking with his friends, sometimes returning at midnight, sometimes never returning at all. The baby would cry. Adaeze would rock her gently, humming with the last strength in her soul. Chike never held a child, never kissed her, never asked how she was growing. He avoided Adaeze completely. If their eyes met, he looked away quickly, almost with disgust. Adaeze tried to speak to him. She begged him to talk to her. "Chike, what is happening to us?" she would whisper. But he brushed past her every time. "I'm stressed from work," he would snap. And that was the end of every conversation. 2 years passed. 2 long, painful years, where their home became a silent graveyard of dreams. The love story that once inspired the village turned into a nightmare no one dared to mention. One night, Chike stumbled home drunk. The moon was high, the compound quiet. He pushed open the door, smelling of palm wine and sweat. Adaeze was sleeping on the edge of the bed, curled around her daughter. Chike climbed into the bed heavily, too drunk to think. Something happened that night, not out of love, but out of accident, drunkenness, and forgotten affection. And by morning, Chike opened his eyes, sobering quickly. He saw Adaeze sleeping beside him, her shrunken face turned toward his arm. His heart tightened with something dark. a mix of regret, anger, disbelief, and rejection. He stood up from the bed, as though burned. His voice rose, trembling with disgust. "What have I done?" he muttered. "What nonsense is this? God forbid!" He stormed out of the hut, breathing hard, pacing, running his hands through his hair, as if trying to erase the memory of sharing a bed with his own wife. To him, it felt like he had slept with a stranger, not with the woman he once loved deeply, not with Adaeze. And from that moment onward, something in him broke completely. From that morning onward, Chike changed completely. He couldn't even look at Adaeze without anger tightening his chest. He avoided her like a plague. He slept in the parlor, sometimes outside on a bench. Anything to distance himself from the woman he once swore to love forever. Adaeze noticed the shift. She felt it like a knife twisting deeper each day. He no longer spoke to her. He no longer touched his daughter. He moved around the house as though he were a visitor trapped in a nightmare. But deep inside her, Adaeze felt something else growing, something she feared to admit. A few weeks after that drunken night, she began to feel the familiar signs, the morning sickness, the dizziness, the heaviness that crawled in her lower stomach. She knew she was pregnant. Fear seized her. What would Chike do? How would he react when he already hated the sight of the first child? When he couldn't stand her presence? That evening, she sat him down, her hands trembling. "Chike, I need to tell you something." He didn't look up. He kept peeling roasted yam as though she were nothing but wind. "Chike, I think I'm pregnant." The knife fell from his hand. Slowly, he lifted his eyes filled with shock, disgust, and something darker. "What did you just say?" Adaeze's lips shook, but she repeated softly, "I am pregnant." Silence. Complete, terrifying silence. Then he laughed. A cold, empty laugh that did not reach his eyes. "Pregnant?" he said. "With what? A second curse?" Tears welled in her eyes. "Chike, please." He stood, towering over her, his voice rising. "No, no, Adaeze. I will not accept this. I will not father another creature that looks like that one in the room." He pointed toward the huts where their daughter slept peacefully. Adaeze covered her mouth as though his words were blows.